a strange animal suddenly wandered into a family's courtyard, startling the young girl with its unexpected appearance. Frightened, everyone stepped back and observed cautiously from a distance. They soon realized that the little creature showed no signs of aggression. Instead, it quietly moved aside to graze on some grass, easing the tension in the air. Noticing how gentle and docile it seemed, the homeowner decided to offer it a sweet potato that had been prepared for his daughter. To everyone's surprise, the animal ate eagerly, as if it had not eaten for some time. Worried that it might choke, the kind-hearted young man even brought out a bowl of fresh water for it to drink. They assumed that once it had eaten and drunk its fill, the animal would leave. However, to their astonishment, it lay down in the courtyard and began to play, completely at ease, concerned that it might damage the water pipes. And since the young girl was still uneasy around it, the young man sprayed it gently with a hose, hoping to scare it away. Startled, the animal urinated in the yard and fled in a panic. Unexpectedly, the following day it returned. When no one answered the door, it began wandering around the courtyard and even casually trotted into the garage, as if it regarded the place as its own territory. The young man soon realized that the animal was not aggressive at all. On the contrary, it appeared intelligent and perceptive. When scolded sternly, it would quietly retreat, yet when called, it would cautiously approach him. Its clumsy and innocent behavior gradually changed the young man's attitude toward it. He began sharing dog treats with the animal, which it ate with great enjoyment, while the family dog looked on, clearly displeased but powerless to intervene. After eating, the little visitor became cheerful and affectionate, climbing onto the young man's legs to seek attention and even lying on the ground to be petted. Before leaving, it once again urinated in the yard, seemingly marking the place as its own. From then on, the animal came to the courtyard every day, apparently aware that it would find free food and warm companionship there. The family grew accustomed to its presence. Although they had no idea what species it was or where it came from, it gradually earned their trust and affection in its own unique way. It often lay on the young man, rhythmically stepping in place with its hind legs as a form of greeting. Even the woman of the house, moved to tears, eventually accepted its enthusiastic displays of affection. The young man would prepare fresh fruit for it daily, which the animal ate without hesitation, always finishing everything. Afterward, it became even more docile, lying still while the young man brushed its fur. Sometimes, the young man would even carry it on his shoulders while playing treatment his own daughter had never quite enjoyed. The animal soon became an indispensable member of the household, appearing punctually in the courtyard every morning. The family even built a small, custom-made shelter for it and filled it with toys. At first, the animal seemed delighted, resting in a hammock after playing. Over time, however, it appeared increasingly listless, and even its appetite diminished. Sensing something was wrong, the young man decided to let it roam freely again. Instantly, it sprang to life, running around the yard with unrestrained joy. At that moment, the family realized that what the animal truly needed was freedom, not well-intentioned, but confining care. They chose to give it space and respect, allowing it to come and go as it pleased. In return, the family became the companions it trusted most. The young girl was no longer afraid. Instead, she looked forward to its visits each day. Although no one ever discovered what kind of animal it was or where it came from, those details no longer mattered. Through its actions, it proved its gentleness and loyalty.